How y'all doing? How are you all doing tonight on this Tuesday night? I am so glad to be with you all tonight on live. We got a whole lot to talk about. We have a whole lot to talk about tonight because, oh my goodness. Ooh, America, America, America. The United States of America, to be exact. Oh, y'all, I was like, let me see what we can talk about. We haven't talked in like 2 weeks, I think was the last live. And it's a lot going on. America is being turned upside down. Golly, it's so much in these first 100 days of President Trump presidency to where I just don't know. I just don't know if America is going or coming. But we going to talk about it because it's a lot. It's a lot because I was checking out to see, because I don't watch TV. So I was like, well, let me see what's going on here lately. A whole lot going on lately. A whole lot. But thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the live. Also, you can support the channel. There are ways that you can support the channel. Simple, easy ways. The first way to support the channel is for you to like the live while you're in the live, and engage while we're here in the live as well. Make sure you're engaging. Also, you can go and watch the videos that's available to you that I have so kindly made just for you and you and you and you in the back, okay? So there are, I don't know, over 3,000 videos with short videos and long form videos on an array of so many different topics. Also, if you don't know how to cook and you want to learn how to cook, I have so many cooking videos that is step by step that can teach you step by step how to cook. How to cook just the basic if you want to cook the basics, or if you want to um whatever it is, the videos are there. It's over 3,000 videos. So check them out and make sure when you watch the videos that you like the videos, that you make sure you put a comment. Make sure you put a comment, and if there are any ads that show up that you would watch the videos. I know nobody like to watch the ads, but I'm asking you if you would watch the ads if they appear on the video that you might be watching at the time. Also, another way to support the channel is we have super chat. We have super chat here, and all you have to do, however much you would like to help grow the channel, to donate. And if any point in time, at any point in time, if I myself has made your life just a tad bit different, just from me showing up and being a part of your life, then hit that super chat button. Also, we do have uh what else we have? We have sus- uh where you can not subscribe to the channel, where you can channel membership. We also have channel membership available as well. So check out the post on that. Check out the post on the channel membership. And there are two options, and they're very good options. So if you would like to join the channel membership, I would be glad to have you. But let's get to it. Tonight's topic is, whew, we're going to talk about the tariffs, and everything else that is going on currently. Oh Lord, it's just so much. Uh, Starting with the tariffs. I just read that they said that the shipment from China, whatever they shipping over, that China ships over to the U.S., whatever goods there are that China ships over to the U.S., that they were starting to, make its way to the ports in California, and they were saying, but they were only half, half. It wasn't a full shipment. They're half, sending half the products, or whatever it might be that they're shipping, and I was just like, okay. And they were saying on down the road, if nothing changes, be prepared for uh, shortages in supply. Be prepared for it because you know that Trump put 145% on China. So this is a mess. It really is. It's like, if you have not started feeling the punch, feeling the price hikes, price increase rather, at the grocery stores, just hold on. Just hold on, because they're coming. They're coming. And you and myself, all of us, um, need to be smarter with our money. We need to be smarter with our money, because it's a mess. It's a mess. I'm telling you, I was just like, wait a minute, what? And all these cuts, all these executive orders that Trump is doing, and it's just like, okay, I don't know, like, whomever voted for Trump, I don't know if they're currently, well, a lot of them from past videos that I've seen, they say they regret their vote, but it's a little too late to regret your vote now. It's a little too late. The vote has been counted, and he's in the White House. He's been there over 100 days now. So it's just it's a lot to handle for a lot of people. Very stressful with everything that's going on currently, with the tariffs, with the executive orders, the cuts, that people getting laid off. So it's a lot going on for the American people at this present time. So if you are a spender, if you a spender, hey Quinn, I didn't know who you were. I was like, I didn't know who you was the other day. I was like, oh, that's Quinn. That's Quinn. Hey Quinn. So we talk about the tariffs, and amongst everything else, that y'all can make sure y'all input in the chat. So I'll be talking from whatever y'all, I'll respond to y'all in the chat. So, but we're talking about the tariffs. Um, I just read that they said that they started receiving shipments, cargo shipment from China in California, and they were saying they're receiving half of shipment, shipment, not the whole shipment of products and goods. And they were saying, like, maybe in the next few months that it could be a shortage, at the grocery stores. Because think about it, if you're not getting a whole shipment and it's only half, well, if that continue, of course, we might not be able to get all of what we normally used to getting. So I don't know. Maybe they could come to some kind of agreement, the president and China, on whatever it is that they got going on. But it's a lot. It's a lot of different things that's going on. Let me see. So we got the tariffs. I just so and all these executive orders every day. Every day is some executive order. Chris, you say he is fixing America and everything will get better in the long term. Okay, tell us why. Tell us why you feel like that. Why you? Let me cut the air on. Tell us why, Chris, you feel like that he's fixing America. Give some examples of that. Give us your take on that, on your statement. Some with some examples. Because a lot of people feel like, no, he's making it worse. That's how a lot of people feel, see it as, and they're experiencing it as, no, he's not making it better. He's making it worse. So give us how you feel like that. Mm. Hey, Kathy. So, um, it's only been over 100 days, right? And it's so much. Um, excuse me, y'all. It's so much that has been done in 100 days, and we still have 4 more years to go. 4 more years to go. I don't know if America can handle all of this. The American people as a whole can will be able to emotionally and financially and mentally and physically handle all of this that's coming. One thing after one executive order after another, one executive order after another. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think many people are going to be able to handle all of this that's coming their way, especially if, let's talk about Medicare. That's for the thing. But Medicare, what about those people with Medicare? What about the people that get Medicaid? What about housing? That Trump said about the Section 8 program. If you're familiar with the Section 8 program, it's a program where the government help pay your rent, your rent costs, a percentage of it. And they were saying that I think he's going to he's going to stop the applications from people, that process with people being able to be approved and be receive funding to find a place to live. But I think what's gonna happen, that's gonna cause a homelessness. Because think about it, if I'm getting help with my rent, I'm paying my part, but then I'm getting receiving assistance as well. Well, if the government stop the program or don't pay, revamp it altogether. Not saying it does not need to be revamped. I'm pretty sure it does. Everything can be revamped. Everything. Even your look at your own household. Budget, finances, whatever. I'm sure it needs to be revamped too. Like stuff need to be cut out, and you wonder why you ain't got no money. You know. So, hey, Yvonne. So it's like I just don't. I don't see this being. I don't see things being positive for the American people as a whole, with all these different things that's coming at the American people, the cuts. When I mean, I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see any so far. So far, correct me if I'm wrong, or give me some. Show me some proof, or tell me some proof. I can go look. But I don't see any executive orders helping the American people that's already struggling. I don't see. I mean, I haven't seen any executive orders that's helping the American people that are struggling. I see executive orders that's been put out that, you know, pop, possibly from what people are saying, affect them negatively. So I don't know. Y'all help me out. Do you have y'all seen any or no any executive orders that President Trump have signed that has helped the American people directly, like with housing, with oh, and you know what? I also read that the Department of Education stopped the funding for mental health for the kids at school. They stopped funding for mental health at school. I'm like, they don't need to stop. They do not need to stop mental health at these schools with these kids. They do not. He need to. Would you say he helps people that matter? Well, who don't matter, Hugh? In your opinion, who doesn't matter? In your opinion, who doesn't matter? Because everybody matters. Everybody matters. So you saying you don't matter? Because everybody matters. I just so like I was saying that so the Department of Education, so Trump had the Department of Education to cut the funding for mental health at the kids in school. And I was like, wow, why would why would they do that? Why would you cut funding for kids mental health? They need it more than any of us. Them kids need mental health way more than the rest of us. And it's just like, y'all, I'm telling you, I keep saying this, and if you've been here for a long time, you know what I say. People do not care about the kids. People do not care about the kids. Other people kids. They barely care about their own kids. They barely care about their own. People do not care about kids, their future. They don't care about the toll that mental health plays in these kids' life. They really don't. How can you cut the budget? It was like, I just read it. I should have kept it up so I could read it to y'all. And was saying that, and I was like, what? For mental health for the kids? Do you know how many lives possibly that having mental health available for kids have saved? A whole lot. Here, you just got a lot of complaints. You really do, and I don't understand how you just got a lot of complaints. So you saying so you agree with cutting the funding for the kids for the mental health? You agree with that, Hugh? Let me see if I can find that. So you saying you agree with that? Not exactly. Okay, explain. Not exactly. Them kids have. Let me see. Where is that? I should have saved it. Let's see. Mm, I saw it somewhere earlier, and I was like, "What?" Let me see where I was earlier. They need to make sure tax dollars go. Oh, here it is, right here. Department of Education stops $1 billion in funding for school mental health programs. It says 1 billion, y'all, $1 billion. Department. Let me click on it. The ladies on Trump's presidency after his. Oh no, that was the meeting with. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for it. Oh, here it is. Department of Education stops 1 billion in funding for school mental health programs. The Department of Education has stopped 1 billion in funding for school mental health. The department confirmed on CNN Tuesday, affecting thousands of health workers, counselors, psychologists, and students receiving mental health in school. That's crazy, y'all. That is $1 billion in mental health for these kids at school. But the first thing people say, "Oh, we care about the kids. We care about the kids." No, you don't. You don't care about other people's kids. You might care about yours a little bit. And it says, grantees began to be notified late last month that they would not see their funding continue. They just cutting funding on everything. They messing with the babies. The baby. So it says the impacts are going to be tremendous. A researcher at the advocacy group EdTrust told CNN, this will especially harm the most vulnerable students within our country. Yeah. It's going to harm a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. To take, I mean, what did they just sit around the table and say, "Oh, you know what? We're going to go ahead over here. We're going to go ahead over here and we're going to cut, yeah, we're going to cut the school funding. We're going to, hey, B, we're going to cut the school funding for mental health for these kids." Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Y'all know how important mental health is for these kids when they go to school. When they go to school, because the kids are, a lot of kids are dealing with so much at home, on the way to school, at school, and they're gonna cut the mental health budget by $1 billion. That's sad. That's sad. But they love the kids though. But they love the kids. Let me see what else over here. You know, India struck Pakistan, huh? Y'all, I'm sure y'all know that. I just found that out. Wait, who need to go? Who talking crazy? It's just really. Let me see what else I was looking at. Oh, and the interest rates are not increasing. I mean, decreasing. They're not gonna decrease the interest rate. They're gonna stay the same. And it said Canadian Prime Minister says he asked Trump to stop calling Canada the 51st state. The 51st state, but didn't reveal Trump's response. So he didn't say he didn't say what President Trump said. Trump said, "Yeah, the 51st state," and the Prime Minister say, "Can you please stop doing that?" And Trump said, "Okay, I will not call it the 51st state again." Oh, and Trump also started the ban process on transgender people in the military. It said lead plaintiff against Trump's transgender service member ban calls Supreme Court decision another setback. So let's see what the Supreme Court said. Y'all, it's been so much going on. I didn't even know all this was going on because y'all know I've been working. I've been working. So I that's why I ain't been on. When I get home, baby, I'll be too tired. But I'm up tonight for a little bit. So this is about the transgender ban on service members. It says a transgender lieutenant in the Army called the Supreme Court's decision today to allow the Trump administration to immediately begin enforcing a ban on transgender service members in the military another setback. So if they transgender, they gonna put them out or something? I'm certainly disappointed by the news, but this fight is far from over. Talbot said in a text message to CNN. This is another setback, a big one, but we will continue to fight. I intend to remain resilient and continue to perform my duties until I am no longer allowed to do so. So they gonna kick him out. Talbot is the lead plaintiff in Talbot versus Trump, one of the lawsuits that could determine whether transgender individuals can be banned from service in the military. Oh, they want to ban the transgenders? The Supreme Court said today that the Trump, okay, Talbot forcefully pushed back on the administration's executive order, which says in part that adoption of a gender identified inconsistent, I guess is inconsistent with an individual sex conflicts with the soldier's commitment to an honorable, truthful, and disciplined lifestyle, even in one's personal life. Statements like that couldn't be far from the truth. I look in the mirror every day now and I go, yeah, this is the most Nick Talbot version we've ever had of Nick Talbot, he said. It's just absolutely ridiculous to insinuate that trans folks and trans service members are going home and trying to pretend to be something that we're not. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about the transgender that he signed that executive order about the transgender people in the military to be, I guess they're gonna put them out. A ban on transgender people in the military. How y'all feel about that? Do you think they, hey Rue, do you think they should be banned for men in the military if they transgender, or should they be allowed to serve? What do y'all think? You said I would want to be in a foxhole with someone who is mentally ill. Who mentally ill? You trying to say the transgender people mentally ill? I'm good, Rue. You trying to repo? You trying to say the transgender people are mentally ill? Is that what you trying to say? Why would you say? Why would you? What make you say they're mentally ill? What make you say that? Why you say that? What gives you the authority to say that? What are you basing that off of? I should say. What are you basing that off of? Well, If you want to bring back the old ways of the military, um, that mean they ain't want black people in the military either. The old ways. If you want to go back to the old ways of the military, bring back the old ways of the military. So Texas, what bring you to that point for you to say that? What basis are you basing that upon? So we could discuss that, cause I'm like, I don't know. Let me hear what you got to say about your statement that you made. So Chris, you say no other country has trans guys fighting. How you know? You been to other countries to see them, and what you basing that off of, Chris? No, Texas. The question is, why do you? Why did you make that statement? As far as, let me go back up here about them being mentally ill. What are you basing that off of? You just saying that because that's how you feel about people that you don't agree with, whatever their choices are? Give us a little bit more context. Have you ever been in the military, Texas? And Chris, have y'all been in the military before? Can y'all hear me? My brother was calling me. Can y'all hear me now? Because they went out. So so Texas, come on, let's hear it. Let's hear what you gotta say. Like, why would you say they mentally ill? Do I think men wearing dresses and parading in front of children is sane? Well, for one, I don't know what they're doing. Let's just put that out there. I don't know what they're doing. For two, for two, I'm not gonna say I'm not a professional uh diagnoser to diagnose you as being insane or whatever the case might be. So I'm not gonna pass judgment on anyone as far as them being insane or whatever it might be. Russia doesn't allow trans in the military. Okay, what that's got to do with what you said, Chris? Y'all just saying. I believe that you have no basis to say but that you don't want to be in the foxhole with somebody mentally ill, and now you throwing Russia in there. This is not Russia. And have you been to Russia in the military? Have y'all been in the military before, Chris, in Texas? Have y'all been served before? Cause y'all, to me, um, y'all just saying you just saying that these people are mentally ill. You don't know nothing about these people. And you could feel how you want to feel, but I mean, I wouldn't be saying people mentally ill, and you don't know they mentally ill, cause you don't know them. You need the best soldiers, not DEI. So you saying they DEI because they DEI because they transgender? Is that what you're saying to Repo? We need the best. Have you ever been in the military, Repo? You said we need the best soldiers. Have you ever been in there? Have you ever been in you and Chris, since y'all got so much to say about the transgender people? Have y'all ever been in the military? Y'all, I done asked this question about 5 times. Y'all haven't answered. Have y'all ever served in the military? I ain't say nothing about your sister. I say, have you, Repo? Have you? Did you sign your name on the paper to go serve your country since you love your country so much? Did you do that? My ex-husband is a Marine too. Well, he out now, but once a Marine, always a Marine. He said. Did you? It matters a lot. It matters because at least the people that's transgender, at least that they were willing to put their life on the line. They were willing to put their life on the line, and you're saying the people mentally ill because they transgender. So it matters in more ways than one. You can have an opinion. Yes, you have a right to your opinion, but also you can't say somebody mentally ill when you the diagnoser. So your opinion is to say, I haven't been bamboozled. I haven't been. But you know what? I can respect somebody more that was willing to put their life on the line for their country versus somebody who sit back and talk trash about people when they never even would never put their life on the line for their country. But they're talking about other people. That's not right. That's not right. Just because you don't agree, or people don't agree with whatever it might be, that's not right to say people are, mentally ill. And I haven't been bamboozled. Quinn, you said you was in the military and don't want trans. They do not command respect. They do not command respect and are bad for morale. Are they really? Or now, Quinn, how you gonna say they bad for morale when you wasn't? They ain't have trans. Well, they wasn't out. They had them. They had them, but they wasn't out. Cause a lot of stuff happened. People was in back then. They out now. They out now. But they had them back then. Stuff that they have now, y'all already know they've been had all this from the beginning of time. Well, I don't know about the beginning of time, but they've had it. So this stuff is nothing new. I remember I'm 54. I remember growing up seeing, well, they didn't call it transgender then. I don't even know what name it was that they called it, but same thing as now. It was 50 when I was growing up 54 years ago. It's nothing different. But the difference is there is a difference. The only difference is they had to be quiet. For as a matter of fact, I know somebody personally about about probably about 20 years now, about 20 years that actually became transgender. And that was about 20 years ago. Probably about, yeah, because I've been, yeah, about 20 years ago. They came out as transgender. So it's been here. Transgender people been here. But they had to be, they had to be quiet or stay in the back. Whatever they had to do, they did it. Um But I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm just asking, we having dialogue. So I'm just asking what y'all think about them being banned from the military, the transgender people. Well, I'd say if they were willing to go in the military, hey, I say, oh, good. Cause who was not going in the No, I was gonna go in the military. I sure was. I had went took my test and everything for the army. So I was gonna go in the military. Took my test and everything. I missed it by 1 point, and then I had to go. You had to wait like 24 hours before you go back and take your test. And in the meantime, between me having to go back and take the test over because I missed it by 1 point, my 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 ex-husband, he called me and asked me to marry him. I said, "Oh, I ain't going to the army." Nope, I ain't got to go to the army now. But yeah, but I was gonna go. I was gonna go. So oh gosh, yeah, I was. I wonder how that would have worked out. Oh, I wonder how that would have worked out for me if I would have went in the army. But I don't know. But that's that on that. Let me see what else we got. Cause there's so much. I don't know. Oh, President Trump attacking. Said President attacks Obama's presidential center in Chicago as a disaster without evidence. One thing President Trump gonna do is attack everybody. He gonna attack everybody. He don't have no basis to attack them, but he gonna attack them. That's one thing about him. It says President Donald Trump on Tuesday criticized former President Barack Obama's effort to build a presidential center in Chicago, calling it a disaster without evidence. President Trump said, he's building his library in Chicago. Trump said of Obama while meeting with Canadian Prime Minister, excuse me, sorry, in the Oval Office, it's a disaster. And he said something to the effect, I only want DEI. I only want woke. He wants woke people to build it. Well, he got woke people and they have massive cost overruns. The job is stopped. I don't know. It's a disaster. And it says, um, a spokesperson for the Obama Foundation, which is helming the project, said in a statement to CNN that Trump's comments are not based in facts. He appeared to reference a relatively common dispute between two subcontractors over work that has already been completed. The foundation is not a party to that dispute, nor has it changed our opening timeline. We are on track to open in 2026, and the hundreds of workers on site every day as a testament to our progress. President Trump, he always gonna try to call. He called everybody out. Everybody. Let me see what else we got. It says some GOP senators cautiously embrace Trump's tariff approach. A number of Republican senators cautiously expressed continued support for now for President Trump's tariff strategy and shrugged off his comments that American families may need to tighten up their buying habits. He said, y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up with that spending. He said, because y'all gonna need that money. Y'all gonna need the money. Why y'all out here spending and buying everything that y'all don't need? And when y'all see that the president is, the prices of stuff have not went down. And he's saying, y'all gonna have to tighten up. I already tightened up, so he not talking to me. He talking to all of y'all that bought, that keep spending all y'all money and stuff that y'all don't have. And He said, tighten up. Tighten up. He said he know he lied to y'all, whoever voted for him. He know he lied to y'all and he's sorry for lying to y'all. But he just told one little lie, a fairy lie. That's what he said. He didn't say it, but that's what he's showing. That he told more than one, but you know. But yeah, so I don't know, y'all. It's just a lot going on. And like I said earlier when we first started, it's just so much going on and it's gonna cause a lot, well, I'm sure it's causing a lot of stress on people. A lot of emotional stress, a lot of physical stress. It's just causing so much stress every day. It's something different. Every day is something. And the American people, especially the people that rely on these different programs that the president is doing executive orders on, uh, these people is really worried. They're really, really worried about their future. Everybody should be worried about their future in the United States of America right now. Because, we just don't know how things are gonna go with the cost of products and with cutbacks, executive orders and all that, you just don't know. So we all really need to be cautious with your money. And you don't need to buy something, don't buy it. What you buying it for? Don't buy it. You don't need to buy it. Why you buying it? So even the president said, look, don't be out here buying that stuff like that. Don't be out here. I got 11 minutes and then we're going to get off. Y'all, every time I drink that hot chocolate, it messes with my throat or something. But I love the hot chocolate. But yeah, so what y'all take is, I don't have nothing else because I'm not stressing myself out about this before I go to bed. Because I got to get up and go to that gym in the morning. So what are y'all thoughts on the president with all these executive orders, these first 100+ days that he's been in office? Do y'all agree with them? With the executive orders? It's been so many, y'all. I know y'all can't remember because I can't either. Do y'all think that the president should do away with the Section 8 program? For those of you that are familiar with the Section 8 program, do y'all think he should do away with it altogether? Or should he keep the Section 8 program and just revamp it to quote unquote make it better? Or should he just scrap the Section 8 program and let the people that's on Section 8 just fend for themselves? So what y'all think about that? About them? For those of you that don't know, let me see. Let me look up the Section 8 program. So that way I can tell y'all. Actually, it's called housing. It used to be Section 8. It used to be called Section 8. Just Section 8. But it's the Housing Choice Voucher Program. The Housing Choice Voucher Program is a rent subsidy program designed to assist very low income families in paying rent. Oh, agree with y'all. Sorry. So the Section 8 program, well, the Housing Choice Voucher Program. Sorry, y'all. So it assists people that make a certain income amount, helping them with their rent. Some people pay as little as 0, and some people pay as much as whatever. Some people pay like $5 Some people pay. Some people might. Their rent might be 1,200, and because their income is a certain amount, they might pay 800 of the rent. In Section 8, pay 300, 400, or however it might equal out to. But let's see. Do it say? And it's always a wait list. It's always a wait list. The wait list be like 2 years. The wait list be like 2 years on the for the Section 8 voucher. It's a voucher that you get, and once they call you, like your name come up on the list, then you go in and you take whatever all information that they tell you to bring for the Section 8, and they'll give once you get all paperwork, they'll give you a voucher for you to go and look for you a house or apartment. You can do a house or apartment, and Section 8 pay a percentage, and you pay a percentage, and you'll have somewhere to live. And a lot of people used to take Section 8 vouchers, but a lot of people stopped taking the vouchers because they say that it just didn't work out for them as far as with the tenants is concerned. But a lot of people still do take Section 8, but probably not as many people as they used to be, because they, for whatever their reasons are. But yeah, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so much. I was looking through to see like all that has transpired, because I haven't been able to catch up on them with working the way I do with doing Uber. Yeah, when I get home, I'm like, I can't do nothing. I got to get into bed. I got to get to bed. But I just wanted to come to y'all tonight, and we just touch base on the tariffs, because I saw the article about the shipment coming in to port, and it only having half, be a half of shipment compared to when it was a whole. So yeah, but yeah, I'm about to get off because baby, I'm getting sleepy because I gotta get up at 4 o'clock. But thank y'all so much. I'll try to come back on the weekend. I'll try, but I don't know. But I'll come on when I'm able, when I have time to come on. But y'all make sure y'all going over there and watching the videos. Make sure you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and if you don't want to share the videos, that's perfectly fine. But just please make sure you comment, you like, and make sure if at any time a ad come up, that you please watch the ad, okay? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go and get off because it's 10:55 now. I would say I was only gonna stay on an hour, so I'm trying to do better with time. So if I say I'm gonna stay on an hour, that's it. I'm gonna stay on an hour. If I say I'm gonna stay on an hour and a half, it'll be an hour and a half. But tonight I was like, all I can give is an hour. All I can give is an hour tonight. So that's what I got, and thank y'all so much. Make sure you go over there and watch the videos. It's over 3,000 videos, 3,000 plus, and I think we're currently at. Let me see how many views we're at right quick. Let's see total lifetime views. I think it's at 1.9 million. I think. Let's see. Oh, currently, 1.8 1,842,761 views, lifetime views, and there's 3,484 videos, but majority of that are shorts, way more shorts than long form. So, yes, we are at 1,842,761 views. Oh my God. Hand clap. Yes. So thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate each one of you for all of your support. Quinn, thank you so much for always showing up and staying to the end. I appreciate you so much. And if MB on here, I appreciate MB as well. And uh, and I appreciate it so much. What that, I don't know what that mean. Queen CAA next time. What that mean? CYA. What that mean? You don't know what that mean? And I'm gonna have, you know what? I'm gonna have to do the Uber. I'm gonna try to do a ride. I don't know, baby. I'll be so busy with them Uber rides. Um, I'll be so busy with the Uber rides. And I'll be like, well, I'm gonna go live, but I'll be busy. I mean, this is my fifth week doing Uber, and I've been busy. I've been busy with them Uber rides. But I said I'm gonna make a video and tell y'all about my 5 week. Excuse me, tell y'all about my 5 week experience driving for Uber. I'm like, why didn't I been drive for Uber? Why? I didn't know it was like this. I had no idea it was popping like this. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off. It's 10:58. I don't want to overstay because I get on something else and then we'll be talking. And then I'll be like, oh, Lord, I can't miss the gym, but I was up late. So I'm going to go. But thank y'all so much. I will talk to y'all later this week. All right. Thanks, Quinn. Thank y'all. Have a good night, everybody. See y'all later. Thank y'all so much for all of your support. Thank y'all. Good night. Good night, y'all.